What if the healthy foods you eat every morning aren't protecting your mind, but are secretly accelerating your brain's decline, eroding your memories, draining your energy, and clouding your thoughts? Welcome to the Senior Wellness Center. We believe that your later years shouldn't be defined by limitation, but by vitality. Here, we move beyond fleeting trends to uncover the timeless wisdom that allows you to age with strength, independence, and a mind that remains as sharp as ever, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. I'm Dr. Kenji Sato. My journey in medicine has spanned over 4 decades, and in that time, I've learned that the most powerful secrets to longevity aren't hidden in a pharmacy. They're found in the quiet, daily rituals we practice. My philosophy is simple. A long life of mental clarity is built brick by brick, one intentional choice at a time. It's a privilege to share these principles with you. We're going to explore how the rhythm of your day, what you eat, when you rest is a powerful form of communication with your brain. Many of us struggle with that frustrating mental fog, that feeling of wading through mud just to get through the afternoon, and we often blame it on age. But the truth is, the source of this fog is often hidden in plain sight, in the very habits we believe are healthy. Today, we will uncover these unseen saboteurs. We will break down your day into 3 critical moments: your morning meal, your midday rest, and your final hours before sleep. By the end of this conversation, you will have a clear, simple plan to protect your most precious asset, your mind. Your memory is not a battery that simply runs out. Think of it more like a garden. If the soil is constantly flooded with chaos, nothing can grow. But if you provide it with a steady, gentle rhythm of nourishment and rest, it will flourish at any age. Today, we will learn how to cultivate that garden. And stay with me, because at the end, I'll share one simple addition to your day that can make all the difference. I often hear from my patients about a feeling they can't quite explain, a quiet kind of tiredness that rolls in after breakfast, a slow, creeping fog that never quite lifts. I once felt it myself, a feeling of wading through water just to complete my morning rounds. I was eating what I thought was a light and healthy breakfast, but it was slowly sabotaging my entire day. This is the first and most common mistake, starting your day with a rapid spike in blood sugar. Foods like white toast, packaged cereals, and sweetened juices seem harmless, but they create a storm in your body. They cause your blood sugar to soar, and what goes up that fast must come crashing down just as hard. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's a direct assault on your brain. That sudden crash triggers a wave of inflammation throughout your body, including your brain. It also leads to a surge in cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol is the brain's emergency signal, and when it's constantly elevated, it directly interferes with the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for consolidating new memories. Your brain is too busy managing a crisis to properly store information. Over time, your neurons are starved of the stable, consistent fuel they need to function. You feel scattered, forgetful, and unfocused, not because you're getting older, but because your brain is in a constant state of confusion, trying to manage these wild swings. It's a vicious cycle that, day by day, wears down your brain's natural resilience. The second mistake is one that many people believe is a cornerstone of a healthy start: a glass of fruit juice. We see 100% pure, not from concentrate, and we think we're making a healthy choice. But in reality, once you strip a fruit of its soul, its fiber, you are left with little more than a concentrated dose of sugar. Think of fiber as nature's time-release mechanism. It's the braking system that ensures the sugars from the fruit are absorbed slowly and gently into your bloodstream. When you drink juice, you remove that brake entirely. Your body is hit with a rapid flood of fructose, forcing your pancreas to work overtime and triggering that same inflammatory response and cortisol surge we just discussed. The science is clear on this. That 2017 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition was a landmark. It showed that older adults whose breakfasts had a high glycemic load like that from juice didn't just feel a bit tired. They demonstrated measurably poorer performance on memory tests later that same day. In Japan, this is something we've seen in practice for years. Consistent juice consumption is a silent thief of verbal recall. This brings us to the third mistake, which is a masterpiece of deceptive marketing: boxed cereal. The boxes often shout about being whole grain or fortified with vitamins, creating an illusion of health. But the processing these grains undergo, called extrusion, often strips them of their natural structure and fiber, turning them into rapidly digested starches that behave just like sugar in your body. Eating a bowl of most commercial cereals is nutritionally similar to eating a bowl of sugar with a few vitamins sprinkled on top. It gives you a fleeting rush of energy, but what follows is the inevitable crash. This sudden drop leaves you feeling sluggish, irritable, and craving another quick fix just a couple of hours later. It's a subtle trap that undermines your mental stability for the entire day. More importantly, this daily cycle trains your brain to expect these easy, fast hits of glucose. It weakens its ability to run on more stable, long-lasting energy sources. You're not just having a bad breakfast. You're actively conditioning your brain to be less resilient, less focused, and more dependent on the very things that are causing the fog in the first place. That mid-morning crash often leads directly to the next mistake: how we approach our midday rest. When we feel that dip in energy, the instinct is to reach for a quick fix, a sugary snack, a pastry, or a sweetened coffee right before taking a nap. But this is like trying to put a fire out with gasoline. You are simply fueling the next crash and disrupting your body's chance to truly reset. When you consume these refined carbohydrates, you initiate another cycle of inflammation. Instead of preparing your brain for a restorative pause, you're sending it into another metabolic battle right when it's supposed to be recovering. Your nap becomes a period of stress, not sanctuary. The brain doesn't get to clear its short-term memory cache, which is why you can wake up feeling even groggier than before. Now, let's talk about the final hours of the day, when your brain is meant to perform its most critical maintenance. The single biggest saboteur of this process, and our first nighttime mistake, is sugar. Eating sugary desserts, ice cream, or even sweetened yogurts close to bedtime is one of the most disruptive things you can do for your memory. It's not just about the calories. The sugar spike elevates cortisol and actively suppresses the release of melatonin, your body's natural sleep-inducing hormone. But the damage goes far deeper. During deep sleep, your brain activates a remarkable cleansing process known as the glymphatic system. Think of it as the brain's nightly janitorial crew, meticulously flushing out metabolic waste and toxic proteins that accumulate while you're awake. This process is fundamental to preventing long-term cognitive decline. However, it only works efficiently during the deepest stages of sleep. When a late-night sugar rush fragments your sleep, the cleaning crew never gets to finish its job. You wake up not just tired, but with a brain that is literally cluttered with the unprocessed waste from the day before, making it harder to think clearly the next morning. The second nighttime mistake is consuming processed meats. This includes things like salami, bacon, or even packaged deli meats. While they may seem like a quick and savory snack or an easy addition to dinner, they are a costly choice for your brain's health. They are loaded with sodium, preservatives like nitrates, and unhealthy fats that put your body under stress. The high sodium content can raise your blood pressure, which interferes with your body's ability to relax into the deep, restorative stages of sleep. Furthermore, the nitrates used in these meats have been linked in studies to long-term cognitive decline. Over time, these foods contribute to a state of chronic, low-level inflammation that directly impacts your brain's environment. I've seen this pattern with patients who report more restless nights or unusually vivid, stressful dreams after a late dinner containing processed meats. It's not a coincidence. Their bodies are actively fighting inflammation instead of resting, and their brain is paying the price. Finally, the third and final nighttime food to avoid is fried foods. These are heavy, hard to digest, and are often cooked in industrial seed oils that are known to promote inflammation. When your digestive system is forced to work overtime late at night, it diverts energy away from the brain's essential repair processes. Your body cannot effectively digest a heavy meal and run the brain's detoxification cycle at the same time. This is why you can sleep for a full 8 hours yet wake up feeling foggy and unrested. It's not that your sleep was short. It was that your sleep was shallow. Your brain was never allowed to enter those deep, cleansing stages where memories are consolidated and cellular waste is removed. Now that we understand the hidden dangers, let's turn to the most empowering part, the solutions. I've read your comments, and I see your questions about other vital topics like statins and osteoporosis. I promise we will explore those in future videos. But today, our focus is on the simple, powerful changes you can make immediately, starting with your very next breakfast. The first, and one of my personal favorites, is a truly brain-friendly breakfast built around eggs. Eggs are a powerhouse of choline, a crucial nutrient your brain uses to create acetylcholine. Think of acetylcholine as the messenger that helps your memories stick. When you start your day with this nutrient, you aren't just feeding your body. You are directly fueling your mind for recall and focus. Unlike the quick rush from sugar, the high-quality protein and healthy fats in eggs provide a steady, sustained release of energy. This prevents that mid-morning crash we talked about and keeps your mind clear and grounded for hours. In Japan, a simple breakfast of a soft-boiled egg with some vegetables is a timeless tradition for a reason. It provides calm, stable energy. Our second brain-boosting breakfast is steel-cut oats, and I must emphasize, not the instant, sugary kind, but the coarse, minimally processed oats that take a bit longer to cook. These are incredibly rich in a special type of soluble fiber. This fiber acts like a sponge in your digestive system, slowing down the absorption of carbohydrates and ensuring a very gradual release of glucose into your bloodstream. This keeps your blood sugar stable for hours, which is the key to maintaining focus and preventing that mental fog. And as I mentioned, the quality of your oats makes all the difference. To truly benefit, you need the kind that isn't pre-processed and is rich in that essential fiber. For those looking for the right type, we've made it simple for you to ensure you're getting the oats that truly nourish your brain and prevent that energy collapse. You can scan the QR code on your screen now, or find our personal recommendation for organic steel-cut oats in the first pinned comment below. Our third morning solution might surprise you, but it's a cornerstone of Japanese wellness, a small portion of fermented vegetables. Foods like kimchi or sauerkraut, when eaten early in the day, do something remarkable. They are packed with beneficial probiotics that support your gut health. And modern science has shown us that the gut has a direct line of communication to the brain. This is the famous gut-brain axis in action. When your gut microbiome is balanced and healthy, your mood improves, your memory sharpens, and your body's stress response becomes far more stable. By including just a tablespoon or two with your breakfast, you are grounding your entire system for the day ahead, starting from the inside out. Now that your morning is grounded, let's talk about preserving that clarity through the afternoon. The most effective way to do this is with a purposeful midday rest, fueled by the right kind of snack. The first and simplest is a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt. It's rich in both protein and probiotics, which work together to stabilize your blood sugar and calm your digestive system. These are two essential ingredients for restorative rest. The cool texture and the slow, mindful act of eating it can begin to shift your body into a more relaxed state even before you lie down, making your nap more efficient. Another excellent choice before a nap is a small handful of walnuts. They are one of nature's best sources of plant-based omega-3 south, which are critical for cognitive function. But more importantly for rest, walnuts are rich in magnesium, a mineral that helps calm the nervous system and naturally reduce cortisol levels. Just a small handful can ease that transition from a busy day into a truly restful state, allowing your brain to properly reset. It's a simple act with profound benefits. A third powerful, yet gentle, pre-nap option is a warm bowl of miso soup. In Japan, we often enjoy a small bowl mid-afternoon. It's not just for digestion, it's for mental clarity. The warmth is soothing, and the fermented miso is rich in amino acids that support neurotransmitter balance, helping to quiet a busy mind. It's both food and medicine in a single, calming cup. And for our fourth pre-nap solution, I want to share something you can prepare in advance: chia pudding. We've received many questions about this, and it's wonderfully simple. Just mix 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with half a cup of unsweetened almond or oat milk. Let it sit for at least 20 minutes, and it becomes a light, nourishing pudding. The secret begins with high-quality seeds that are rich in fiber and healthy fats. These seeds are incredible because they help keep your blood sugar perfectly stable during your rest. And their omega-3 south support the brain's anti-inflammatory pathways. To start making your own brain-boosting chia pudding today, scan the QR code on your screen or find our recommended organic chia seeds in the pinned comment below. It's the first step to this simple, powerful recipe. Finally, let's prepare the brain for its most important work, nighttime repair. To support this process, there are 5 key foods to consider. The first 2, almond butter and a calming herbal tea like chamomile, help relax the nervous system. The third, as we've discussed, is a small portion of chia pudding, which provides steady fuel throughout the night. The last 2 are particularly powerful. Tart cherries, which contain natural melatonin, and kiwi, which multiple studies have shown to improve both sleep onset and quality. Finding fresh tart cherries can be difficult, but a high-quality concentrate is an excellent, potent alternative. If you struggle with getting deep, restorative sleep, try what science has proven to work. Scan the QR code or find the link to the tart cherry juice concentrate we recommend in the pinned comment. It could be the simple change you need to finally wake up feeling truly refreshed and mentally sharp. As you can see, protecting your memory isn't about grand gestures or radical diets. It's not about giving up everything you love. It's about something much simpler and much more powerful, rhythm. It's about consistency. Food isn't just fuel to power through. It's a signal you send your body. Your brain thrives on these steady, predictable signals of safety and support, not on occasional, perfect meals. Each choice, no matter how small, is a message that echoes through your entire system. So before we go, I want to leave you with one final, crucial thought that I have shared with my patients for decades. Please remember this. The brain doesn't decay. It listens. It is always listening to the choices you make. And when you send it calm, clear signals of nourishment and rest, it remembers. It rewards you with clarity. To help you begin sending those clear signals today, we've made it easy for you. We've put together a list of the exact types of high-quality, brain-friendly foods we discussed, from the right kind of steel-cut oats to the potent tart cherry juice. You can find our personal recommendations by looking at the first pinned comment below this video. It's a simple way to get started without the guesswork. And if you enjoyed this content and want to continue your journey to a healthier life, check out the videos appearing on your screen now. I'm sure they'll help you immensely. Click on one of them, and I'll see you there.